Mic check. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Am I good out there? Do I sound good? I. So, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Uh, hope everybody's enjoying their Thursday midday. You know what I'm saying? They mid mornings. Um, Hopefully it's not that bad for you today. If it is, it'll get better later on during the day or during the evening. Depends on depends on your attitude. You know what I'm saying? But what is up? What it do? What it do? What it do? What it do? Blessings, blessings. What up? What up, Ray? What up, man? Much blessings to you, man. Much blessings to you. So we're gonna get into this part two of Spooks and Hazards. Oh man, there's a lot we got. Well, pretty much I'm gonna be giving my perspective on a few of these topics we're gonna talk about. Um, Want to get this topic out the way. Because this really hits home from where I'm at. So we're gonna really get into the Jordan. Sorry, y'all. The Jordan Neely case, and I hear that, Preem. I hear that. I'm about to do the same. About to roll me up something remarkable. But let me get this article up. We're gonna piggyback on the perpetrator that murdered Neely, because he's actually from, well, he's not really from my side of town, but he's definitely from Long Island. So we definitely gonna talk about this and how these bigots on Twitter are really showing their ass. Really, really showing their ass, man. So here we go. Here we go. So I'm gonna look for it. All right. So New York Post. New York Post. Here we go. Jordan Neely's subway cold death exposes glaring gap in New York law. Absolutely. I do feel like uh New York laws have been outdated for a very, very long time. For a very, very long fucking time. And especially when dealing with homeless people on subways or pretty much in the LIRR. Um I feel like that's important, you know, because a lot of motherfuckers think that they're adults, but they don't critically think when they dealing with folks like Jordan Neely who do need help. Um, you know. So let's read the article, shall we? Jordan Neely, a 30-year-old homeless man with a long history of psychosis, had been in his court-mandated mental health program for 2 weeks before he strolled out the door. Less than 3 months later, the former street performer lay dead on the floor of a subway car after former Marine Daniel Penny locked him in a fatal chokehold when Neely went on a particular explosive tirade. I, Now, I'm just going to stop that real quick and just give my take on that. I don't think it was really necessary to put him in a chokehold if he was already being detained by fellow subway riders. But I'll let y'all decide. I'll let y'all decide I finished reading this article. Neely's death, in addition to sparking outrage and protest, has illuminated a glaring gap in New York law. Yep, just like what happened. I mean, this is not no surprise. This is definitely not no surprise as well. Which led prosecutors offer treatment instead of prison to those suffering from mental illness, but grants authorities few tools to make sure they complete their assigned program. His family blames authority for letting Neely walk free when he clearly could not could not care for himself. How do you tell someone, listen, you need to go to a mental health facility, but you also give them the power to check themselves out? Jordan's uncle, Christopher Neely, told the Post. Jordan would have been alive if they made sure he stuck around to get the treatment he needed, he continued. The system failed him for real. Shit. Yeah. Yeah, he right about that. The system has failed plenty of people. System has failed plenty of people. And it just ceased to amaze me that you still got these spooks and hazards still commending Penny a hero when he wasn't a hero. That's no hero. He took matters into his own hands. Instead of just detaining Neely until the police arrived, Jordan Neely would have been alive today. You know what I mean? And I just feel like people just take things into their own hands and not think about the repercussions. But where we live at, yeah, man. But this is also an eye opener how fucked up the New York law, the laws in New York City and Long Island itself is trash, and it needs to be modified. On how to deal with people, on helping people who really have bad mental health issues, man. But at the same time, what Jordan's uncle said, it's also another way to get themselves checked out. So I do agree what he is saying, and it's unfortunate that we have these issues today that quote unquote can't be resolved in a non-physical manner. I don't know, but I just feel like that shit was uncalled for, especially what these fucking geeks on Twitter. I'm just gonna say right now, man, like half of those dudes who commended Penny that he was a hero are nothing but overweight vegans and a pussy, because they wouldn't say that shit in real life in front of a group of black people without getting their ass checked. Pause. Without getting check stomped. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is ridiculous, man. Hey, man, don't worry. The video will be up. Yeah, what's good, Juan G's? What's good, man? It's like you don't put exactly, Tampa. You just don't put somebody in a chokehold for a long period of time until the police arrives. That that dude is already dead. It's like if you already have, and then it's like if you already have two people holding both his arms and legs until the police arrives, there is really no need to use lethal force, especially if especially if it wasn't necessary. Like, he could have just subdued him until the police arrived, but no. Motherfuckers like Daniel Penny like to take matters into their own hands because they're a former Marine. Please. I know I know Marines too, and they would won't do the same dumb shit that Daniel Penny did, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong in this matter. So let us continue on reading. Court records reviewed by the Post showed Neely in February had agreed to intensive outpatient treatment as part of a plea deal with Manhattan prosecutors that spared him prison time for a 2021 assault. But apparently he didn't want to stay, and there was little anyone could do to stop him from signing himself out and fading into the wind. Oh man, this is just see. See. I hate clowns like this, man. Anywho's, a judge could issue a bench warrant, as the judge in Neely's case did the day after he left treatment. By then, it was often too late. Sources and experts say the warrant squad has no way to find them, even if they looked. Said one official familiar with Neely's case. They're just out there. That was Neely. Mm, mm. And mind you, Jordan Neely used to dance on the subways, impersonating Michael Jackson too. But I don't know how this man could be a threat versus a man who didn't really use his brain in a situation like this. He thinking that this is the battlefield, when no, this is not the battlefield. This is a train car, and the man was upset that he didn't have no food. And it's like, what do you do when an see an individual like Jordan Neely, that's pretty much bugged out and demanding food? Give him some food and give him something to drink, and situation solved, problem solved. And no, but no, folks need to take things into their own hands, and it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Tell me about it, Tampa. Tell me about it, man. And they really, I mean, I hope the state of New York does do something about this crisis, man, cuz you know what I mean? Cuz I always said this, man. Yeah, you may call them homeless and psychos, but they used to be working law-abiding citizens just like all of us. So I don't really understand where this energy is coming from, but everybody wants to pump out their chest and say, yeah, I'm American. Yeah. How are you fucking American and you're killing your own fellow American? That don't make no fucking sense. That don't make no sense. Just like, how is this the land of the brave and home of the free when we still got sundown towns in most of these states in America? Get the fuck on out of here, man. Like, get the fuck on out of here. This is bigotry at its worst. But everybody wants to talk about, yeah, USA. But then they don't want to look at the issues in their own country, it's just like holy shit, man. Holy shit. But anywho's, let's continue reading, man. Let's continue. Nearly died on May 1st during the confrontation with Penny, 24 years old. Oh, no shit. No shit. No shit. Who grabbed him as he yelled and threw trash at other riders on an F train in Manhattan. The city medical examiners has ruled his death as a homicide. Yeah, right. It should be ruled as a fucking homicide because there really wasn't no need to put him in a death chokehold. What was he actually doing to the other riders on on that F train is beyond me. But if witnesses check out that he was just frustrated, needed food, and it's like, and to top it all off, his mother was murdered. So that puts you in a whole different realm of the strut and misery. You know what I mean? Especially in, you know, Mr. Neely's case. You know what I mean? But yeah, no one has been charged. Defense attorneys, former prosecutors, mental health experts, and homeless advocates all agree that there's a problem and that Neely isn't the only one falling through the cracks. This has been happening every day for years, says Mark Bedero, a former Manhattan prosecutor who now works as a criminal defense attorney. There needs to be a serious reevaluation. Rather, these inpatient programs have to have some degree of supervision or authority. I do agree. Because if you got people who don't take their job seriously in these inpatient programs, then yes, like you're going to see more of this actual case that we're reading right now. And oh man, who we. But for the folks who want to know where Daniel Penny lives, he lives in West Islip, which is like 3 towns over from where I'm at. No, 4 towns. Correction. Not four villages. 4 villages, because you know where I'm at, we're actually a whole town of Islip, but there's like different hamlets and all that. But yeah, Penny is from West Islip. Now, I also have another article just to piggyback on this, because everything all comes in full circle, in full rotation on why this is an issue and all. But just a small pinch. But yeah, man, like I feel like there really needs to be a heavy reevaluation with these programs. And also the question is, who are in charge and who are supervising these inpatient programs to make sure that, you know, make sure folks don't try to check out if they're what's the word I'm looking for? You know, It'll come back to me. It'll come back to me. But this just goes to show that mental health needs to be taken seriously. You know, it's like if I remember correctly, um, if I remember correctly, now Jordan, if Danny Peely was in Jordan Neely's Danny Penn Daniel Penny, correction, if Penny was if they swap roles, who do you think that would have got? Who do you think that would have caught a whole lot of hell for strangling uh, uh, a mentally ill Caucasian man? I'll wait. I'll wait. Oh yeah, and you know what we call West Side Slip back in the day? We used, eh, we used to call that area White Islip. And I'm gonna get into this art on this article because like people get it confused that yeah, I live in somewhat of a suburban like um habitat, but don't get it twisted that Long Island doesn't have their own issues such as segregation. You know, definitely segregation has crippled crippled the island very much. So we're gonna read. So I'm gonna just read this article that was in 2019. 4 years ago. 4 years ago, but still, this could give you just a gist on what like places in Long Island that are very very segregated. So let us begin. The segregation of blacks and whites has been embedded on Long Island as firmly as the Meadowbrook Parkway. Heading north from the South Shore Bayfront, the six-lane road divides overwhelmingly minority Freeport from overwhelmingly white Merrick, then overwhelmingly minority Roosevelt from overwhelmingly white North Merrick. Then overwhelmingly minority Uniondale from East Meadow, where 7 of 10 residents are white. A swath of asphalt, concrete, grass, and trees framed by green space. The parkway forms a barrier between communities that are as little as 1% white and as little as 2% black. Uh, the demarcations are stark, even as the road serves as a conduit for more than 70,000 cars daily. Now, just think about that, y'all. Just think about that on what I'm reading right now, man. Just think about that. I mean, it's probably the same with y'all where y'all live at too. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. So I mean, y'all more than welcome to to share your experiences. Uh, you know what I mean. So let's continue. Um, as one of the most segregated suburbs in America, Long Island crisscrossed by racial barriers. Some, like the Meadowbrook, are visible. Some are invisible, product of historical forces, including zoning regulations, mortgage redlining, the boundaries of 124 school districts, housing prices, and racial steering and block busting, a tactic used by real estate agents to drive up sales and commissions by including blacks to move into a white neighborhood, then warning whites that property values were about to plummet. Yeah, yeah, I remember. I rem- I remember hearing about this shit. Yeah, yeah, especially when during the Great Migration of black folks coming from the South and coming to the North, or California and all. But yeah, yeah, definitely, most definitely, uh, real estate agents do play a role of this shenanigans and whatnot. Okay, for 3 years, Newsday investigated real estate practices on Long Island using a testing system in which whites and minorities acting as home seekers were paired to gauge how real estate agents treated them. The probe found that white testers were shown neighborhoods with higher proportions of white residents than black testers were, while the black testers were shown homes in more integrated neighborhoods. It was also shown that certain minority areas were largely overlooked for everyone. The divides are taken for granted even in places where they dictate that black and Hispanic children will learn only with black and Hispanic children, and white children will only learn with white children in elementary schools a mile apart. Yeah, this is true. Yeah. This is true. So for folks who thinking that New York is not segregated, oh yeah, it's segregated. Like Brother Malcolm said. Like just because you live in the north doesn't mean that they have the same type of ilks or ills for black America. You know what I'm saying? So, let us continue. Oh shit. Skip the row. All right. Let me see. All right. After studying Long Island, Myron Orfield, director of the Institute of Metropolitan Opportunity at the University of Minnesota Law School, sees hard racial barriers where black communities are next to the white communities and they stay very firm. Orfield adds, on Long Island, there's hard walls. It's tough. It's a tough wall there. When you see those hard differential walls, underlining that there's usually bigotry and prejudice that maintain those hard walls. So, while reading all of this, can we get a gist of where Penny lives at? Okay. just make it short. Just make it short. Just make it short. My nephew's having a blast by himself. No, don't worry. He good. But yeah, it goes to show people like Penny, that live in a predominant Caucasian uh environment, that never really well, I mean, of course he was in the Marines, but that doesn't matter. Like he's that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter at all. The fact that it's like mm, 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 mm. It's like there's so many fucking problems up here in New York, especially in Long Island. Like so many that I can't even name off of the back or of the front of my hand. But there's so many issues. Like A lot of folks don't want to talk about the corruption that went on in Freeport, New York. That's in Nassau County. And Freeport is Freeport it is predominantly, I would say, an integrated hamlet, along with the others that I named from reading the article. Yeah, yeah, man. It's spooky, man. It's spooky. And this is the main reason why we are here today with this Spooks and Hazards. Spooks and motherfucking hazards, man. But it also goes to show that even if you try to take down or send an individual, or should I say savages like Daniel Penny to jail, there's always going to be more of them that's going to pop up from the woodworks. You know, and it's sad. Just like there's going to be more individuals who have mental health issues, like Jordan Neely, that's out and about in the streets, and it's in and they're endangering themselves. You know, so I feel like these accounts need to be addressed. You know, for real, for real, for real, for real, for real, man. Definitely do need to be addressed. And I'm not gonna talk much more about it because shout outs to the New York natives that actually touched based on the art on the story. Shout out to Talking Tough with Stino. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all go check out his channel. Matter of fact, I'm feeling so courteous. Like let me go post his link channel in the box for y'all. So make sure y'all check him out. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share the brother's content, man. I feel like he's doing some dope ass work, man. Oh, and he not only that, niggas nice on the microphone too, man. So y'all make sure y'all stop by at his channel, man. I don't know what time he's gonna be live today, but if you ever get the chance, hey man, shout him out and tell him that Oni sent you. You know what I mean? I'm here. I'm here to support. I'm here to support like-minded black content creators. All right. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to support. But yeah, man, make sure y'all check out his content, man. Check check out his content because he does a great job going into depth on the the situation. Well, uh, with a lot of things that's just out of whack in today's society and shit. So please do yourselves a favor and go subscribe to that man's channel, man. But I hope everybody's enjoying their I hope everybody's still having a good day, even though it's unfortunate that the devil, like our grandmothers would say, the devil is busy. Devil is always busy. But somehow, some way, we always we always see we always we're always I'm sorry, y'all. I'm like I'm having a brain fart right now. I'm having a brain fart right now. Give me a second, man. Like, mm, as I was saying, it's like whenever there's adversities, we always seem to have this ability to like to make it through. You know what I mean? I guess that was I guess that's I guess that's our strong points. Uh, when things get rough, like, what I mean? We we either fold or we stay 10 toes. You know what I mean? We either fold or we 10 toes down. And we we take on we take on the challenges of life. You know what I mean? But oh man, I'm not gonna hold you, man. I am not gonna hold you. I just think like the justice system really needs to be re-examined, or the laws of or the New York State laws need to be re-examined. You know, so we don't have these incidents like this that happened on May 1st, or prior to that, or prior to that. You know, I do believe there are other options, but if you are if you remain in a if you remain in a closed box, you're not going to you're not really going to survive. So it's always important to have having an open mind as well as an open heart, and instead of like blindly taking matters into your own hands, you should um assess the situation, observe the situation. You know what I mean? I mean, I know this as a martial artist. When situation like these happen, yes, including those who serve those who serve their country, um, to have self restraint, you know, and not only that, if you are a killing machine, bro, that is living among society. If you're a killing machine living among society and you see that these civilians are not a threat, does that give you the right to take man into your own hands and take their life? Absolutely not. You know, because like just like in like as a martial artist, if I got into a dispute, you know, it's up to me how I handle the dispute. Either I'll handle it with my fists, or I handle it with my words. And most of the times, your best bet is to diffuse the situation or any kind of situation uh by speaking. or just be like, hey, what you want? What you need? You need some food? All right. You know what I mean? So just to, it's a win-win for everybody. Everybody goes home without no guilt or regret on their minds. Uh, on on whatever issue. So yeah, yeah. But I don't know, man. It's like more and more like things are getting crazier, and there's a whole lot of toxic enabling that's been going on for far too long, far too long. And it's like I wonder, for the people that call Penny a hero, this goes to tell you that they have no respect for life. No respect at all. So they think that they can say whatever they want, not knowing that. But then again, it's like you also got to remember you got clowns like these that congregate in these dark web forum sites too. That will take matters into their own hands and cause a whole bunch of uncivil uh civil unrest. I mean, shit. Look what happened when, like, for example, this kind of looks familiar, all too familiar with the Eric Gardner case. Man wasn't doing, man wasn't doing nothing but just chilling and socializing. But it was like, what was there really any need to also was? I'm sorry, y'all. Was it any necessary needs to kill that man as well? And I'm sure that the officer that strangled Gardner is probably sitting all high and mighty in his desk or whatever, or probably doing the same old fuck shit. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know. But I feel like man, like police got to do better. Police, the police force got to do fucking better, man. But that would be wishful thinking, especially how the police force originated. Gangs of New York. Anybody? Anybody? It's sad, man. It's very unfortunate, you know. And there was another thing I heard, um, which I did raise that same decisions, you know, when I thought about this. Like, it's so funny how these sort of groups, you know, like got all this ammunition and weapons, right? It's just crazy, man. It's crazy to me. It's like the same fears that you have is the same fears that we have. It's like we all just want to go home and see our loved ones without, you know, without some fuck maniac trying to take our lives because he feels he 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 fears he fears your skin color. He fears that black retribution will be delivered on them. And I can say this, I think it already has begun. I really do. But you know what I also learned, man? Stay out of the universe's way. When they have some plan for folks who think just because you have historically humiliated as well as um, enslaved black people, don't think that the universe is not watching while everything is just falling apart in this country from all those past deeds that were very, very malicious, like very malicious, like. Man, give me a second, y'all. While I need to have a moment of breather. Okay, I'm back. All right. Now, on other news, let's go into sports. Uh, my my team won. My team won last night. My team won last night. And any disrespect towards the Knicks, I'ma just tell it like this. You just mad that your team didn't make it to the playoffs. Suck it up. There's always next year, bucko. Suck it the fuck up. I don't give a fuck how you feel. It's like, if you're not a Heat or Knicks fan, stay the fuck out of our rivalry. All right? Just shut up. You look dumb. You look dumb like this old ass nigga Whack 100, always sticking his nose in other people's business where it doesn't fucking belong. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. But I'm not also delusional to say that this installment of the Knicks of this year's Knicks, yeah, they do not have any playoff experience except for Derrick Rose. Now, this is another thing I will say that is totally mind-boggling and puzzling is why is Derrick on the bench and not on the field? You know what I mean? Especially he has a high like uh 3-point shooter 3-point shooting percent rate. Like, you know what I mean? And not only that, it's like, why are you gonna have him on the bench in the playoffs? You know what I mean? When this is going to be his last like playoff game. So it's beyond me, man. But you know, with all this bullshit and politics in the professional basketball, man, it just deteriorates uh the spirit of basketball, man. Like, it's the same old shit. If a coach fails, he gets fired or replaced, or players will get replaced. But then it's like, the like they have this mismatch chemistry and all that. Like it's just like, come on, man, come on, come on, knock it off, knock it off. You know what I mean? Oh, but I also heard the Warriors was giving the Lakers hell too, man. And 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 this is probably not the elephant in the room, but that nigga D got wheelchaired off ball court. Damn, damn. Well, we'll see in the next game. They're actually going back to LA this week. So we'll see what happens. We shall see what happens. Because with AD out and his due to his knee blowing out and shit, I hope LeBron got a plan. And this is the thing, man. The Warriors is a 3-point shooting team. So trying to match their speed when your game plan is to take the ball to the field goal. It's like, why are you going to fight their fight? It's the same thing with the Knicks, with the Heat. Like the Heat got a good shoot. The Heat got a good shoot. Is a good shooting team, but for the Knicks, man, like I'm gonna just say, man, like we like to take it to the hole. Now, I feel like don't try to get all cute because you're facing a team that has a high ratio of 3-pointers and all. It's like, nah, why you want to fight they fight if you don't got any players any players on the Knicks that shoot besides Derrick Rose and who else I'm missing, man? Who else? I mean, he's the only like, yeah. Not only that, it's like you don't have a seasoned player like playing along with the starting five. You know what I mean? Now I don't know if Derrick is just there to be there, or he may have an injury. I don't know. But what I know about this, man, if you have a sniper shooter in your team, don't you think you should be using him the just to even the odds? I think so. I absolutely positively think so. But this is just me talking. This is just me talking. But whew, there's been a whole lot of spooks and hazards, man, lately. It's like, wow. Like, wow. There has been a whole lot of spooks and hazards, man. A whole lot of spooks and hazards. But big shout out to the folks that gave me the 3 likes and also stopped by. You know what I mean? Shout out to Wake and Bake with Uncle Ray. Shout out to Tampa Supreme, and shout out to villain, the fellow villain himself, Juan G's, representing Philly. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, yeah. I've also forgot about Jalen Brunson. Yeah, yeah, and RJ Barrett. Definitely, definitely. I'm tripping. Thank you, Juan G's. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, man, like if they just stick to the game plan, man, of instead of like trying to shoot a three every single time, it's like take it to the hole. Like that's pretty much what and who the Knicks are. It's like they're gonna take it to you. They're gonna take it to your doorstep, and they're gonna bum rush you. Oh, oh yeah, oh yeah. They won the other night, right? So oh shit, they're going back to Boston, right? Or they're going back to Philly. Oh, they back in Philly. So they playing tonight? Or they playing over? Oh, they playing in the weekend. Matter of fact, I'll look it up. Hold up, give me a second. I'm like multitasking, rolling up, and talking at the same. Oh, they're playing tonight. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Hey, man. Hey, place your wager wisely, Juan G's. Place your wager wisely. You don't want the Knuckle Brothers to fuck up your money. You know what I mean? Wait a minute. Isn't Embiid injured too? Now, my question is, what is Cock Rivers going to do? Like, that's number one question, because it's really not the team, really the coach. The coach just be Doc Rivers just making some piss poor decisions. Oh man, well, Doc. I mean, shit. He still can be injury prone. So Doc better make some good calls for tonight's game if he wants Sixers to win. Not only that, not only that, Embiid needs to stop shooting fucking threes when his scary ass should be taking it to the fucking hole. Like, for real, for real. For real. Like, I get tired of these Andre the Giant type motherfuckers trying to shoot a fucking three. No, nigga. You are not designed to shoot a goddamn three. You are 7 tall, motherfucker. You are 7 foot tall. Why in the fuck are you trying to shoot a three? Get to the hole. Dunk that motherfucker. Like shit. You're like, yeah, I can shoot a three. Nigga, you are tall as fuck. Man, get this nigga out of here. It's like you supposed to block. You supposed to block shots. Not trying to make fucking shots. Like, holy shit. It's like, holy shit. Yeah, but I do feel Juan G's pain. It's the same thing with the Knicks. Why are y'all shooting threes? Make a 2-pointer. Fuck. It's like there is a time where you can shoot the three, and there are times where you should just take it to the hole and just get an easy layup, and also get a foul shot. Right? Right. It's like, and fuck them up on their game. Don't try to play their game. Don't give them hope. Hope is dangerous. In the words of the advisor, just DeAndre. Yeah, I mean, like, take that motherfucker to the hole, B. Like, what the fuck are you doing? It's like, you fucking ass clown. Like, the fuck? It's like, why do these players make these ass clown decisions? The coach should be making ass clown decisions, not you. If you do not have a high basketball IQ, like give me a few names who have a high basketball IQ, y'all. Like, cause shit. LeBron, yup. He's one. Who else? Who else has a great like basketball IQ? Besides LeBron. Let me see. Now we're talking about players of today. You know what I mean? Like I feel like it's kind of pointless to even have these conversations about the players of the past. Now, this ain't to say that they the GOAT of that time, but we're talking about this. We're talking about the current. We're talking about now. You know what I mean? Because I get sick and tired of these fucking debates and shit. Like, who's better, Jordan or LeBron? And it's like, well, obviously, I would say this: without Phil Jackson and Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman, would there be a Jordan? I mean, Pippen was putting much work, was putting a whole lot of work. A whole lot of work. You know, but yeah, man, like give me a few names besides LeBron who got a good basketball IQ. Can we throw Steph Curry in there? I mean the junior. I meant Steph Curry Jr. Who else? Chris Paul. Kevin Durant. Yep, that too. Him too. Him too. Oh man, who else? Derrick Rose. I will also say he also has a great basketball IQ as well. But yeah, man. Oh, ooh wee, ooh wee. But I'm just gonna say this: the Knicks, the Knicks gotta go hard in the next game, man. When they step in when they go back to Miami, like the Knicks gotta the Knicks gotta be really really aggressive and take it to the paint rather than try to try to shoot 3 pointers, man. Like it's like you gotta exploit the Heat's weakness. You know what I mean? They're not really a take it to the whole team. They're like a shooting, you know. And if I was the coach, I would definitely think about re-strategizing, using taking it old school. Cause like maybe for some teams, but teams like the Heat, nah, you gotta mix it up. You gotta mix it up. You know what I mean? Definitely gotta mix it up with. Definitely gotta mix it up. So man, I do I do hope that the Knicks come aggressive, be aggressive in the next game. Same thing with the Sixers. Same with the Sixers, man. Like Boston is a problem. Boston is most definitely a problem. Definitely a problem, man. But that's if they don't try to like fall into their trap and try to have a all shootout, have a have a free for all shootout in the next game. But that is my time, y'all. Uh that is my time. So I hope everybody enjoys the rest of their Thursday. And yeah, you probably might catch me around whenever I feel like it coming around. Alright? Alright. This is this is only the ghost signing off. Peace.